One time when my oldest was very young, she walked in on me, you know, getting my nut.
Because I need to, this pussy is not gonna eat itself, okay?
I once, if I did keep the evil away. Yes, indeed. Oh, shit. Yes, indeed. Kai Storm in the building, Motherhood Sex Marijuana in the building, 419 in the building, EENY in the building. Shoot, MSN Podcast, Rolling Papers in the building. Shit, do I got the volume up? Let me make sure I got the volume up. Let me make sure. Hold up. Let me make sure I got the Do Not Disturb on. Yes. And I already let Ruby know she know we doing. So therefore she know to come through. The guest is already in the building, so I'm about to start the fucking show. You know how we do. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, ladies, what's good?
Hello, how you doing?
How y'all doing? Motherhood Sex Marijuana
Love
is in
the
the motherfucking
glasses.
building. Yes, EENY, Black owned, woman owned. Definitely check them out and let them know
Absolutely.
that I sent you. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yes, we will. We
Let them
will.
know. But yes, thank you for joining us. Ruby will be here soon. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes she arrives late, but she always has a good reason. It's all good. And she knows I'm here to kick off the show, so it's all good.
right.
There you go.
And yes, Motherhood Sex Marijuana in the building with Just a Woman Cannabis. They're definitely glad to hear y'all to come through the show.
Thank you.
And yes, I want to get into the brand because I'm a keep it real. The clouds be clouding. The clouds cloud. And they cloud for good reasons. Sometimes they cloud for bad reasons. In this particular instance, I believe that at some point you or your business was at some level of cannabis event. I came across y'all Instagram or y'all came across our Instagram. We crossed, we hit up. We was like, yeah, those are some cool ass chicks. And of course, we responded with, yes, you cool ass chicks too. But just to give, just in case y'all have a different perspective on it, why don't y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves and definitely tell us how we connected in the first place? Because again, I don't remember exactly.
We all could have been high.
Yeah.
Let me let you know that yes, smoking is permitted on Motherhood Sex Marijuana. So if we got something to light it up, girl.
Yep,
light it
we
up.
have our pre-rolls.
You already know we got it ready to light up, baby. This is our stuff right here. This is all I smoke now.
Which I still have your address because we had a new crop that we just did. So I'm gonna send you ladies some stuff. So
Yeah.
look for that.
That's what's up. But yes, introduce yourselves to the people. Let the people know who we talking
Go
to.
ahead.
No.
Go ahead. You can light up then.
All right. I'm gonna light up. I'm gonna spark.
So hi, I'm Marjorie. I am one of the co-founders, of course, my lovely wife Sam as well. And I have been in cannabis almost 16 years. So I've been around a long time, and that's in the legal market. So I have been here and then the illegal prior to that. So I'm a naturopathic doctor, master herbalist, was in nonprofit and spirituality, women's retreats, prior to cannabis. And then when medical marijuana came in, people had asked me, because I was naturopathic and, an herbalist, would you like to get into cannabis more? And I was like, well, I smoke it all the time. I use it all the time. And I did ayahuasca and mushrooms and peyote and all of that. So I was like, sure. So I did, and I started with the MMP program, educating people, teaching them how to roll, how to decarb, how to infuse, anything that they could do, but also put them in the right direction of what could help them medically. And kept working through the industry, began to be in every facet, whether I was cultivating, doing expansion, setting up ancillaries, consulting, just had my hands in all sorts of things. Got screwed over a lot. A lot.
Mhm.
And I know the color of my skin, but those white men, oh my God. um, they just took advantage, took advantage.
Not to cut you in, but
No.
honestly, you would think, based on the complexion and protection and the collection, that you would be okay, but
And I'm not
apparently you
okay.
wasn't.
She's not.
I'm not
Oh,
okay.
not.
Oh, because I'm gay and I'm a woman, and they took advantage. And so I learned a lot of hard lessons, but definitely still loved the plant, loved everything about it. And I'm such a driven pain in the ass that I was like, wait a minute, you don't want me here? You don't like my assertiveness, my independence, my smarts, my knowledge, and my street? Because they also assumed that I was like silver spooned, and I wasn't. I am from the other side of the tracks. My mama, we were on the streets. Like I do know that side of the tracks. I did not have a silver spoon. I had a very hard upbringing, and my mom was an addict. And so just because of the color of my skin doesn't mean that I don't understand hardships as well. So I had to fight my way in this industry just like anyone else. And now we're here. And I didn't want to keep making those men rich. And my wife and she was like, stop doing it. Stop doing it.
I told her.
Yeah.
I was like, you making other motherfuckers rich. You know how to do this.
So
You doing it for them. Come on
That's
now.
right.
so now, hello,
How
sweetheart.
you doing?
Yes, indeed.
Hi,
And now,
beautiful
and now
queen.
the show
Yes.
is officially started. I mean, the story
There we
started
go.
already. Let's just be real. But now,
That was a party.
Ruby is here.
Yeah.
And in case you have never met Ruby, this is Ruby Doll, the other beautiful half of
Oh
Motherhood
my
Sex
God. I'm
Oh,
just
I
so
love
Marijuana.
fans.
Sweetie, how you
I am
doing?
fans.
Love it.
I am fans. I'm
Thank
fangirling
you,
right now
thank
because
you.
I love you guys and I
Oh, love you
love your
too.
energy. I don't even know your story for real. I'd love to learn more, but the importance is that the both of you left such an impression on me on Instagram. And I was like,
Thank
Queen,
you.
we gotta get them. They're from New York or New
Absolutely.
Jersey. We
As
gotta
I
get
said, I
them.
wish I could pass this to you right now, baby. I wish I could pass it to you now.
I would gladly accept. And you know what? I want to shout out my girl Kai Storm for holding it down. I'm actually at another event, but that's my
nice.
own brain
Nice.
messing up. But I just so happy that you guys came through. Thank you for being here.
Oh,
I have
thank you for
Absolutely.
having us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well,
Y'all
since
are
I
the
chatted
shit.
a
What
lot,
are you talking about? Keep doing it.
We will. We are.
No, but I definitely, I want them to continue their story because you know what I mean? Because first and foremost, one of the main things I heard you say is first of all, no matter what the industry is, white men want to be on top. You feel me? They
Absolutely.
want to be on
Agreed.
top. They want to be making the most money, and
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? And it's not just Black people, it's LGBTQ people that
Yep.
are definitely on that are being pushed to the side, and
All minority
especially
groups.
Yes.
and
Yep.
especially in the cannabis industry,
Oh,
which
100%.
again, like you said, you were in it when it was illegal. Hello, a
Yep.
lot of us grown ass people been
Yep.
involved with this plan since before it was legal, before
Come on
you
now.
called
Yep.
it legal. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, it was.
And
Yep.
y'all are working in Jersey, ain't y'all?
Yes.
Yes.
We're in the
Yes.
state of New Jersey.
Awesome.
And that's where our launch will be. But you know what?
Mhm.
You introduce yourself before we get that far, because I can
Yes,
talk.
please.
I will
Yes,
never
yes. We don't
stop.
want to
I'm
skip
never-
that.
I
That's
love
right.
my wife, but I'm like, go ahead, baby, talk. You
That's
know,
right.
You got this. I love her.
She's talking for the both of y'all.
She's very passionate. You know what I'm saying? Not
I
saying that
am.
I'm not passionate about it, because hi, my name is Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Just
And
love to meet you,
Marjorie.
ladies, and thank you for having us.
Of
Um,
course.
so the way I met my wife, she hired me to build out one of her dispensaries that she was working at the time. And I've
Oh,
always been a consumer ever since I was young. I mean, I used to take it because I was an insomniac, and then it just became recreational. And now I smoke all day, every day. You know, I'm very much a functioning high. But yes, I did meet her. And I also worked in the union in construction in New Jersey for the last 10 years. And then now being with her, she's just taught me a lot about the industry. And I've also helped start up a lot of dispensaries as well with her on the construction end and also on the security side.
Yes.
You know, I was head of security for a couple of places as well. And, you know, just like my wife says that she was overlooked, I mean, I've been in male dominated industries and I was constantly overlooked because I'm a masculine woman. And I'm sorry, but we can do what the men do and even better. I'm, you know, not saying that they don't have a place, not saying that, you know, they're not there and they can't do what they got to do. But
All facts.
I mean, I was in construction and even trying to get a foreman position or anything like that, it was hard. You know, the men did not like women in charge. They didn't like to take the rules. But I tell you right now, I'm the one that set everything up and got everything ready for you. You know?
Oh
So
my gosh, I love that.
yeah.
Did you? So, like, who made the first move on who?
I did.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I wasn't sure because she is much younger than I. And I had made a statement. I said,
That
man, I'd
don't
be all
matter.
over that. But, well, no, but I was like, well, you're a lot younger than me. And, and I'm in my 40s. And she's like, I like them older. And
I don't care.
I was like,
I don't
You
care.
know
we're
the
in
poom.
trouble.
Did y'all know the poom poom gets sweeter
girlfriend,
with age?
Oh,
let
no,
me let
I
me
know
go and
that.
get
Let me
let me
tell you
go
right now,
ahead and
she
say
outdoes me. The stamina is crazy. All right, I get tired. I'm like, all right, we gonna find somebody else because I'm tapping out.
I'm about to start playing for the same team again. These mofos are getting on my nerves. But I'm sorry. Enough about me. Go ahead.
No,
I
you're
mean
fine.
Listen, we say we taking them. We taking them. Come on this side, baby. Cause you gonna
I
find the
mean
right
the
one.
I mean, the thing is, I'm 52. I'm 52, gonna be 53.
You are
Shit. The fact is, it
52
don't even.
young.
It's
Yep.
girl.
Baby, that
Let me
you
tell you
seasoned, baby.
something.
You got the flavor, and and you know, I love older women because older women know what they want and they like. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
mean, in
just there's
theory.
no games, there's no and not saying that every adult woman is that way, but she is. I mean,
Oh, I'm saying my
Clearly.
piece.
And you guys are both so beautiful.
Thank
thank you.
you.
So are
You're
y'all.
Yeah.
I think we could think I
Yeah.
think we should really up each other as much as we can. Just
Absolutely.
because there's
Community.
just but yeah, and it
Yeah.
makes me it really fuels me to give a compliment these days. And I
Yep.
think I spent too much time being so insecure where I couldn't even take a compliment. And so it's like I think we just need to like normalize that, right?
Yep.
So have you two ever been with a man?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, can you give me two negative or two challenges? Sorry, not negative, but two challenges in terms of dating
No,
another
not.
woman versus a man.
You want to answer that, honey? Because I never dated a man, but they just so easy. So if I wanted
That,
D, I was like, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
We
Like
both
I'm not.
very
We're very
lesbian.
open, but we love women. Like I love women. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying. Listen, I had my first experience with a man pegging him.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
that was. I'm
Oh.
sorry if I can't say
nice.
that on here.
Yeah,
Oh no,
No, you're
you
good.
should
more like
definitely talk about
sex.
that here,
It's
All
please.
everything.
good.
The
Motherhood.
only
It's
Okay,
the
everything.
you know
only
what? Fuck it
people that
then.
hate on us is YouTube, and we don't give a fuck about them. We still do what we do.
Thank
Okay,
Yeah.
we
you.
still do what we
We
do.
we
Thank
talk
you.
very real here. We say
Absolutely.
it all.
Absolutely.
Yes, queens. That's
Mhm.
And
right.
that's what we want to hear. And see, that's when I'm glad that you mentioned that, because when we did have a guest a couple of guests ago where, you know what I'm saying, and she was definitely straight up. She said she was a lesbian from the from birth.
Golden.
And
Oh
she
yeah,
was
God
she's
bless
golden.
her.
she's not a touch me now. She definitely explained the touch me,
All right,
being a
you
touch me
got
now.
some
She was like, no, you
education.
gonna touch me, bitch.
Yeah.
Thank
You gonna
you.
have to
I'm
touch
that
me.
one right there.
No, we do not do
Absolutely.
pillow. No pillow, princess. No. No, I think men, I definitely knew I was gay always. But there are times where my father even was like, well, you should try a man because you never know. And then I'm like, all right. And it was good for a minute. But it's something about a woman. I love the curves. I love a thicker woman. I like this color. I like them dark. I like them brown. And I like them voluptuous, and men don't
That's
have
what's
that.
up.
But I mean, I get everybody has whatever they like or want. My wife and I are very open about our sexuality. We're also open about our relationship. So
Absolutely.
we are
Nice.
about, like, if she comes to me and says, "Hey, this so and so was really cool," I'm like, "Go get it, go get it. You know where your home is. I still know I'm home, and there's no problem."
I
Same with
love
me. If
that.
And
I say
that
I want
is
something,
beautiful.
Yep.
yep,
I
Yep.
love that. You
Everything
guys
is
are
about
so real.
communication. Yeah.
yep.
It's about
And see,
communication, you know?
that's another thing I'm glad that you mentioned it, because we gotta promote that. That's one of the things we love to promote on this podcast is,
Mm-hmm.
hello, be honest. Like, at the
Yeah.
end of the
Yeah.
day, if
Yep.
you want him to lick you a certain way, if you want him to do
Thank
circles
you.
instead of just sucking, then
Tell
say
you
Yep.
that to him so that,
right.
Yep.
I'm saying, he actually do that shit. Ain't
Thank
nothing wrong
you.
with being honest with each other, and to
Ever.
be in love with each other to the point where it's like, okay, we married,
Yep.
but at the end of the day, yo, if you just want to, play around
Get
with that
your
little toy
yeah.
over there, go ahead, but
Yep.
know
Yep.
that that's a toy, and she can't,
Right.
say, she can't become
It,
a permanent part
yep.
of the
Well,
she
no,
No,
we
can't
you
sit
become a
there
know,
and
part of
say
the
that.
And
No diseases, don't lie, tell
yep.
the truth. It's just what it is.
Yep. And mind you, it's
right.
crazy because everybody thinks that I'm the sexual one here. When anybody meets me, they're like, oh, you throw out those vibes. And I'm like,
Wrong
she
one.
the one that is hypersexual over here. I mean, sometimes I'm like, go ahead, baby, go find somebody because I'm not in the mood right now. And she's okay with that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
this
I
is the
love
first time
that.
I've ever been in an open relationship in my life. I've always been in monogamous relationship with other women. Never been in an open one. And
Ooh.
this is and like, there is jealousy and there is an insecurity sometimes and things happen. But
It's
like we're
normal.
navigating that and I'm navigating that for the first time in my life. So
You
And
guys
then
are
people
But
doing
think
wait,
that
how
you're
did y'all
something.
get
whorish.
to that though? How did y'all get to that? Because you had to get to that conversation somehow. Like what
I was
happened
already
in order
that
for you to
way.
get to that?
I
mhm,
I was already that way, and when we were friends talking,
yeah.
when she worked for me, and I was like, "Oh, I have been in monogamous relationships. I have a very high sex drive, but I prefer multiple partners safely." And I was
Mhm,
like, "I'm not a whore, but I know my sexuality. I know what I want, but I like group sex. I like variety occasionally." I was like,
yep.
"I'm not every night getting a new partner or something, but when I have an itch, I want to scratch it,
Yep.
and either you can join
Right.
me or not." And then she was like, "Oh," and we were just talking as friends. And
Mhm.
before we had started dating, you were like, "I want to go to one of those swing parties you go to." And I'm like, "Sure, come on, let's."
Oh
Most
my
fun
God.
experience in my life.
And she went
Are
and she was like, "Holy shit." Like, there's
are you
women
guys like my best
everywhere.
friends that I've never met yet? Because here's the thing, like before I used to be I went from being a cheater, like just a serial cheater and
Okay.
a
Mhm.
liar,
Mhm.
to
Okay. You're
monogamish and just like, hey, introducing. And so I think the minute that I started being real with myself,
mhm.
it's
Yep.
just this whole flood of just love for myself came through.
Yeah.
Because as you said, if you ain't lying, then there's no problem.
Yep.
So it's like I think what you have is such a mature just environment where you can really thrive, and it's more like you guys have this amazing friendship, which I think is the basis of any relationship, which is
Absolutely.
what
Word.
will withstand the tides of the world and this fucking life.
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
and things come up.
Mm.
I mean, that's normal for a relationship to have the ebb and flow
Yeah.
and
Sure.
to work through things. And we've even had things that have, we had jealousy or had things
Yeah.
that came up. And it's not always about us having it, but that the other person that, we had chosen or whoever it was tried to put a wedge between us. But when we communicated through it and understood that we're stronger than that, we're married,
Yeah.
that we love each other, that this person's not going to navigate. But at the same time, being mature enough to say, but if that's the person you want and I'm not it, then you need to go
Yep.
because I'm not going to hold you
Mm.
back either.
Yep.
And they're
Mm.
hard conversations to have in a relationship.
Yep.
But when you can do
Right.
that, you've hit a maturity level and communication level that makes the relationship worth saving. and navigating,
Absolutely.
because it's
Yeah.
not that you still don't have those wants and needs, but certain
Right.
individuals can come in and just stir the pot a little bit,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
called
Hello.
like a
Hello.
colonizer. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
and then Ruby, I mean, of course, y'all don't know this, but Ruby actually had a situation like that where, you know what
Oh.
I'm saying, the third party was, you know what I'm saying, they had their own intentions, and that's
Right.
Yeah.
So did we.
Yep.
and that circles back to
Mhm.
having honest conversations
But you're
before
being
you do
Yep.
the
honest, Ruby.
do.
You're saying,
Because
you
you
know,
gotta find out what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, you gotta maybe fill them out to make sure that they don't have some fuckery ass thoughts in their head, and it's like, wait,
Exactly.
it like let's weed your stupid ass the fuck out.
hey,
right. And
Yep.
there's other
And
discernment.
pussy. That's what I say. There's other dick, there's other pussy.
Yes.
Trust me, there's more out there. Don't deal with the drama.
Yeah.
You'll find a better
Yeah,
one.
like one thing we navigated around was like we don't like clingy. You know what I mean? I mean, I know there's a lot of people that have that issue due to whatever they're going
Where as soon
through.
as you have sex with them one time, they're like, I
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
it's like
delusion. That's not
yeah,
realistic.
you gotta have those conversations. Like stop combining love and lust together. Like
It's
you
just sex.
can't.
And
It's just sex.
projecting
Be
your
straightforward.
traumas.
You know. Yup.
Well,
Yup.
Now,
that
you
is so
both
fascinating.
identify as straight, or are you bi,
Oh, I'm
or
definitely queer. I'm
you're
queer
queer?
as
All
they come.
right, you're
My
ready.
list, my list of don't do's is so much shorter that that's what I give people when I'm dating. I'm like, look, these are the 4 things I don't do, yo. Anything else, we can try it at least once, or I've already done it, baby, and I can take
All
you.
right,
Yep.
and
You
Exactly.
know,
me, I'm married. I
nice.
definitely
she's
am
freaky
married
though.
to a man. We have, you know, and the funny thing about our relationship is that it started with us, you know, dating and then dating other people, and then, you know, going back and forth, or you know,
Yep.
throughout the years, and then finally we came back to each other and said, well, shit, what's up, what you doing, you know what I
Ah,
There
mean?
you go.
So
you
it's like,
found
what
it.
you doing, what you want to do? Well, shit, I'm 52, you 51, let's figure it out together until,
There you
you know,
Facts.
until
go.
time ends,
Facts.
you feel me, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so that's how that went. But the main thing I love about this conversation is that, yes, there's honesty,
Yeah.
and, you know, there's realism. Yes, it's
Yep.
not just peaches and cream. It's not just
Uh-uh.
all the time
No,
that
no.
we're all happy. There's times that somebody come in the conversation, and people look at it like, what's up with her, and what you trying to do with her, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
They had
so
ulterior
you're
motives. Yeah.
being real with everything and everybody involved. Now, as far as business is concerned, now how is it doing business together? Because I feel like this, you have a relationship, yes, so you know each other. You know
Yep.
what I'm
Yep.
saying? So you might, you know, are you like equal partners where,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, if
Yep.
she makes decisions, she ain't got to come and tell you about it, or it's got to be a whole discussion before you try to spend all my money. Nah. Don't dip into my account without asking me, girl. Nah,
No,
just
you know
playing.
what? When I incorporated us separately to do our brand, and I do a lot of the paperwork. I do a lot of the computer work because she hates it. Like it's
I
just
do.
not something
Oh,
I
she.
do. I'm hands on. I like
I
to
feel
build the
you.
product,
I
build the
feel you. It
machines,
is
do that.
annoying,
You
but go
know.
ahead.
But somebody's got to do that part, the boring parts.
Mhm.
But I wanted her to know that when we got married, and we've been together over 3 years now, and I didn't want her to think that I thought less of her. So secretly, I put the entire company in her name.
And I got mad as hell. Got mad as hell because I told her, I said, why did you do that? You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that she has worked on, honestly. Let's be for real. The last 15 years and the last 3 years with me, we've been hard going into it. You know what I mean? So I'm just
Right.
like, why would you do that? I'm like, baby, like, this is your work. This is your dreams. This is like, you know what I'm saying? This is you.
Yep.
This is
I
you.
wanted
Real
her to know how
enough.
much I trusted her and how much I loved her,
Mm-hmm.
and to know
Exactly.
that
Mm-hmm.
it's there. And I am older, the realism of it. She's 33, I'm 50. And I was like, so you're going to be keeping this when I'm gone. It's unless you do something stupid.
And I told her, if I do something stupid, you have it all. I don't care. I give it all to you. I'll leave with plastic bags, baby. Plastic bags.
No, I meant like dead stupid. That's
Oh, that part. Well, you know that happens too.
Yeah.
I mean, I said that I'm very adventurous.
Yeah. So, but otherwise, I wanted her to know that I believed in her, and that we know each other's past and what we've been through in life. And I wanted her to know that I wasn't here to hide, steal, or do anything, and that I trusted her.
Nice,
And I
nice,
thought that was
nice,
a true testament
beautiful.
to how much I loved her.
Beautiful. And it is. It absolutely is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get where she's coming from too, because at the same time she's probably is thinking, on like, even if you have like
Absolutely.
some counsel from like family, friends,
Yeah.
Yep.
lawyer, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Somebody could be in your ear like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's going on here? Wait,
Exactly.
no,
Oh, we
no.
get a
There's
lot
gotta
of flack.
you gotta have some kind of clause in there that says you what? You know what I'm saying? There's
Yep.
gotta be somebody in your corner that was like, nah, hold on, chill.
Oh no, and it's hard because people are like, she's so much younger than you. Why would she be with an older woman? I said, please. I know I got the goods. I know I'm all that. And
Absolutely.
he was sitting right.
Absolutely.
And
No
I was,
complaints here.
so they were thinking that she was coming in to try to steal something, conning.
Exactly.
Yep. And mind you, we've been through so much shit the last 3 years. When I'm telling you, a lot
They
of
should be
stuff,
crazy.
like not even just that,
But just life.
like
Yeah.
life in general. You know what I
Indeed.
mean? It was very hard the last 2 years. You know what I mean? So
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
It's not
I can
easy to
imagine.
start a brand.
yeah.
I could definitely imagine that based on, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know first of all, I can't even tell you I know New York rules because I really don't. I don't know
Yeah,
what,
we'll be in New York.
We'll,
but
Be in New York at the end of the year with
Yeah.
our brand.
yeah, we'll be
oh,
there.
nice.
Mhm.
So is your brand like in dispensaries currently, and what dispensaries are you in now?
Well, currently we are dropping in February. So soon, couple weeks. With
Nice.
this whole political people that we're in put tariffs on, and it stopped some of our packaging to get here in time.
Yeah.
So we're delayed a few weeks now. We should have been on the shelves like a week ago, but now we're waiting for our tins. So we are dropping in 5 stores. We're starting just to start it small because of the packaging being held. So we're going to be in
Right.
Indigo, Puffin, and Canna Boss Elevated. And that's in
Nice.
Maplewood. One is in Brookline. One is in New Brunswick. We're going to be in High Rollers down Atlantic City, and
Oh,
Cape May, Sea and Leaf. So we'll start there. And then as of March, then we go boom. Then it's in like 50 stores.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Yeah.
we're doing it small and slow, so that when we have our launch party, plus we have a women in cannabis event that's coming in March. That's women, consumer or industry, and we're bringing in women from all over the world to talk about what they do in the industry.
Yep.
Because only 7% of women are in cannabis throughout the world. I sit on 3
Seven.
boards
Yeah.
that are for women in cannabis, one national, one global, and one New Jersey Cannabis Chamber of Commerce here in Jersey that just started. And women, let alone LGBTQ, that's only 1% in cannabis, 7%. And most women only stay 2 years in cannabis in the industry due to the fact of harassment and underpaid, and they steal their work.
Nope.
And sexual harassment, like
Yeah.
not just general, like it's bad. The emails I get are ungodly for the amount of women that are asking for me to advocate, to fight,
Yep.
because I'm on boards that I can sit, and I'm also sit on advisory boards for the CRC in
Nice.
Jersey. So I'm trying to be that ear of, do you realize this is happening? This cannot continue. So we decided to start events, and then we do a free monthly gathering as well as the yearly one, the Rise Up event. But we have an event where it's at the Rebecca Finn House. If you've not gone, check them out. Rebecca
Okay.
Finn House is like a gray area. It's a consumption lounge, but it's a private club. So you can actually go to this beautiful Victorian home. I mean, gorgeous, indoor, outdoor, right on the water in Tom's River. And
Okay.
what you can do is have a party, have an event, but you can consume. It's consumer friendly,
Mm.
and it's $20 for a 2-year membership to the club. Really
Oh,
great
wow.
space. Danette is an amazing woman.
Yeah.
So every third Thursday of the month, we have a woman in cannabis safe space where you can come, hang out, smoke, have some little munchies.
Yeah.
But it's about talking about the wrongs that are being done to us in the community so we can
Mm.
hear about what women are doing, but also the problems that are going on so that I can take it back to the government and now say, hey, we need to either get this person out,
Yep.
change the law, fix this, protect us, whatever it is.
Yo, I am so glad to hear that someone is definitely doing something about that. Definitely, because,
Yep.
like, first of all, yes, when you look at the industry, because even when I look at New York and all the cannabis dispensaries that are opening, I mean,
Yeah.
there's only one that I know of that's women owned, that's black
Yeah.
owned.
But you also have
I
to
mean, there's
check and
only
make
like
sure
there's
it's
like
not
maybe
fake.
3 of them that's like black owned, and there's only
Mhm.
one that's women owned that I know of. So it's like that alone is a dynamic that makes me say, okay, yes, this don't make too much sense, because again, all of these people were in the industry. Like when New York first decided to be
Mhm.
in a legal space, like the amount of women I saw, having there was one chick, she had like a little Scooby Doo van. Like when I tell you
I
the
saw that. I
van,
know
look,
Like,
you
yeah.
know what I'm talking about. She
Yep.
dead
Yep.
ass had a Scooby Doo
Yeah.
van, and when you walked in, it was a dispensary. I was like, oh, this is fucking
Right?
Yep.
like,
Yep.
yo. So we know that the industry is truly flooded with us. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
I
We
mean, we're
are
the
in
top
there,
purchasers. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
but
saying?
at
Top
the same
purchasers. They do all the
time,
shopping.
exactly. But at the same time, when you see, when you go to like websites like OCM, the Office of Cannabis Management in New
Yep.
Yeah.
York,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you look at the list of the dispensaries, you can tell that damn near 90% of those are owned by freaking men. So it's like
MSOs are men.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
also,
so it's
here's the
like we're in
thing.
the business, but we're not being represented like
Represented.
Correct.
we should be
Yep.
represented.
Absolutely.
But the problem is that men are paying off women or family members that are women and minorities
Yep.
to get the
Mm,
equity, social equity mark checkbox. So something that I talked to Rachel at Gal Pals, which is out in Chicago, Illinois, she would love to get a certification. We've had meetings about this,
Yep.
that we have to find out that even though it says on paper it's woman owned, is it really? Are you checking the box and you
mm,
give them like $20,000 to be on the license? And then it's all
mm.
men that are running it. And then they get that in, quicker, can get the license and they get the minority approved. And when I started digging here in Jersey, there's really only like 5 truly women owned. And there's like
Yep.
30 or 40 on paper, but they're men owned. They really are. And they're
Yep.
faking it. So I'm calling them out. And people are
Mm,
mad at me for calling them out, but I'm calling them out.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's your wife, your mother, your
Yep.
sister. If she ain't working there and she ain't doing anything and you're running it and you just put her name
Yep.
on it, it's not woman owned.
Yep.
We're
yes.
woman owned and minority owned. We have
Yep.
one investor. It is our good friend, and she is Southeast Asian as well. So
Yep.
it is 3 women, different, diversity, different
Mm,
everything.
Yep.
She's an ally with us, of course. But I mean, we have that little trifecta, and there, no, no man needs to be involved. And when we hire, as we have slowly, our daughters are involved,
Yep.
but also we're hiring women first. And
nice.
people are like, well, that's not fair either. You've had your time.
Yep.
You guys have had your time. So
Yep.
I want black, brown, LGBTQ,
Yeah.
Asian, like any minority, and women. And then if
Mm,
you are qualified and I happen to like you or you happen to like me,
Yep.
maybe we'll let the white
Yep.
man in.
Yep.
And hey, at the end of the day, the other companies, no matter what they are selling, they all do that. They all get their particulars that they want
Yeah,
to work
Yep.
for them, and their particular
they do it
representatives
too.
that they want
Yep. Use all the
representing their
loopholes they
But
company.
can.
they
So
get mad at
ain't
us.
nothing wrong
Yep.
Nope.
with us doing
Thank
the
you.
same thing. You know what
It's
I'm
the good
saying?
old boys club.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it needs
Yep.
to change. Now, as far as is your path to as far as paperwork, I mean, I ain't asking you to tell me, every detail and whatnot, but like how is it? Because as far as I know in New York, it was definitely like fill out application, pay this exorbitant ass fee, you know what I'm saying? Show them all kind of paperwork, taxes, this and that, make sure you ran a business, da 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 da. And then
It's hard.
Yeah.
maybe they let you in. So how did it work out for y'all?
Well, because of our situation, me getting literally fucked over by a few companies, and we lost our shirt. We lost a lot of money when I worked for a couple companies, and they wouldn't pay me what they owed me.
Yep.
And
Mm,
if you fight and get a lawyer, it takes all your money, and they have more money than God, so they'll keep
They'll keep
fighting you until you
going.
absolutely.
ran out, and that's what happened to us. So we got actually fully destitute, lost everything, and what we
Mm,
did is you can umbrella under someone else's license. You can go in as a brand and have them pick you up,
Mhm.
and there are different agreements that can happen. And because I've been in cannabis so long, I do understand them and wrote them as a consultant.
Yep.
So we
mm,
sourced and looked around till we found the right manufacturer who was willing to take us in that fit our. We had lots of manufacturers that wanted our product,
Yep.
but
right.
they were like, "Here, we're going to take 90% of your company, and you get a 10% royalty." No, 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 no.
No, absolutely not.
That don't
So
sound right.
No,
That sound like robbery, motherfucker.
right,
What you
but that's what they
it
do.
who you
is.
talking
It
to?
Believe it or
is.
not, a lot of the brands that are out there, that's what they do. And you get,
Yeah.
but they're like, yeah, but I was broke and now I'm getting, 40 to, 100 grand a month. And I'm like,
Yep.
true. No, I know that. But if you put the time and effort in and really put the work in, you should get as much as you could.
Yep.
So what we did is we found a manufacturing partner that didn't want a licensure agreement, which is what it's called. And instead, we umbrella under them and we pay them a fee to do everything, cultivate, package, produce, create.
Mm,
Our product
Yep.
is handmade. It is hand packed, not by machine, and hand packed in
Yep.
the packages, stickered. It is done by us and our
A
daughters.
lot of work.
It's a lot of work,
right.
A lot of work.
and our investor even helps. And so we're doing it until we grow bigger. Then we'll hire, more production and stuff. But it's still going to always be hand done.
Yep.
So
Mm,
we rent it, and basically we own 90% of our company, and we just pay
as
a
you
rental
should.
fee.
Yep.
So we're doing craft cannabis. We're not putting shake. Pre-rolls generally always have shake in it. That's what you
Hmm.
find. Even when they say they're premium, they spray terps, they add other
This
things
one.
in it.
Yeah.
So we don't. We use a bud. We use craft cannabis a bud in ours. I don't want craft. And I
Nice.
try everybody's. And
Yep.
then we're like, we go get it. And I go, let's try this new. And I'm like, that's shake. It's always shake
You can
because they
taste
want
it.
the big margins of money.
Yep.
We're about a healthy product, a good product that I know we have to say it can, but ours is pain, inflammation, helps balance our hormones,
Yep.
does it's an aphrodisiac. The terpenes in the petals blended with a type of craft cannabis that we're growing and organically putting into our product does a lot of things for our body. So it's healthy.
Mm,
So our first line is botanical, which is petals, which is roses or different color roses,
Yep.
as well as
okay.
lotus flowers. So we're using lotus flowers and infusing it with beautiful
Let
craft
me see
cannabis.
if I can get
It
this
has
out.
glass tip, which is recyclable, and we use recyclable packaging as well.
So this one is the Lotus. I don't know.
It's hard to see it. When I send it to
Okay.
you, you'll see.
In the light.
But
Okay.
they have
And
hemp
then
paste
this one
and
is the
honey
rose.
in them as well.
And that's the rose petal wrapped around
Yep.
it,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And the
Nice.
glass. And that's the glass tip.
So
Nice.
what we do is we don't source the petals here. We get them from India because our soil, our media here is shitty. So in India, they grow them in organic gardens and we get them shipped here. And then we create a cone that we fill with a bud. Our second phase, we are also doing goji berries infused with diamonds,
Mhm.
and that has a glass tip as well. And the next phase after that is our apothecary line, being to being an herbalist and loving all of that. That we're our cones are actually going to be lavender cones, chamomile cones, lemon balm, mullein, which is so good for our lungs, raspberry leaves, peppermint leaves, all of that, and cocoa leaves. So we're going to fill it with different pairings of craft cannabis, and we're doing it for terps, not for the high THC. You'll still have an experience. You're still going to have that euphoric high or relaxation, but in a different manner because it's a vitamin for your body. It's actually every bit of our product is healthy for your body.
Yeah, we have a raspberry parfait going in there, and when I tell you it tastes like raspberries, like when I tried it, I was like, "Honey, you gonna love this." I was like, "Yeah." I was like,
we were testing out the new different types of strains that we had cultivated, and the cultivator came out and said, "They're ready. Here's this, and this." And when she tried the raspberry, she was like, "That's it." We didn't like. And then I tried it. I'm like, yep, we don't have to try the others. But yeah, we did for our other cones. But that was for the lotus. When you put the lotus with it, it tasted like raspberries in your mouth.
And when I tell you that it's such a slow burn with this, we've been on this the whole time, and literally it's only at half.
And we're puffing away.
And I'm hitting it.
I'm looking at it.
You
I'm
know what I'm
definitely
saying?
seeing that.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. And you're like, we had like 8 people over to the house the other day, and we were shishing and dabbing and all that. And they go, "Wait, did that pre-roll just of yours go around like 5 times and it's only half done?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." It really does. It's a nice smoke. It's nice.
Yep.
Shit, that's what I'm talking about. Now, of course, now I'm assuming Ruby dropped off because she either had some internet problems.
She said she was at an event too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did say she was at an event. My bad. I
All
forgot about that. The clouding girl. So I'm all over the place. But of course, we gonna keep it going. But
yes, we are.
Now, of course, you spoke about, you know what I'm saying, you definitely having shows. You coming to New York by the end of this year. You know what I mean? So, and I'm assuming because you coming to New York, you're actually coming into dispensaries, correct? Or we doing a show?
Yeah, we already have a manufacturer lined up. We're just timing it right. It's a slow game. I've been in the business too long, and I've seen people go, "Oh, coming out with 22 different brand SKUs, throwing all this on the market. I'm going to put millions in." We bootstrap this with a little bit of money and a small investment from our friend. And we're taking each SKU, each time we launch something, that gets rolled back in. We're not sitting here going to the islands, buying new cars and houses. When we're doing it small, because we want to do it slow and do the R&D. What if we make a mistake? What if it's not perfect? We had a brand the other day, brand new to the market. Someone gave us a sample of it.
Oh, it was bad.
It was bad. I'm not even going to say who it is, but their pre-roll was, all of it was in the doob tube. It had come out, and the rice paper was ripped. Thank God I got it for free. Why would you put that in there? That to me, and then when we stuffed it back in and smoked it, it was horrible. Horrible, dry as hell. We're putting quality and we're watching it and we're doing it by hand, but we're still human. So that's why we're launching in 5 to get the R&D to go, hey, did it canoe? Did it do this? Is it okay? Did it pack right around the tip?
We want your honest opinion.
We want an honest opinion so we can fix it. So before 420, I've got that down. We know what we're doing so that we're human. Things happen. And my kid might have had a bad day. It was like, she's sitting there like, I'm thinking about college and this and that, But we want to make sure it's proper. So we want to do slow. And then as we get Jersey handled, then we go into New York and then we launch in New York as well.
And I like that too, because at the end of the day, you're going slow so that you can perfect each product as it rolls out. You're not in it, rushing it for the quick buck.
The nominal end is nice. It is nice.
Yeah.
But our margins are way different than most. So most people, when they use shake for the pre-rolls and they do everything. Now, we know this is nothing like this exists in the world. Nobody has it. We are new to the market. There's no competition. Nobody's doing it. We know this. But at the same time, other people's margins, because I've worked for them, they're making like $20 a pre-roll at times. Now, if it's a cheaper pre-roll and you're getting it for $10, $12, they're still getting like $8, $9. They're using rice paper. They're using the cardboard tip. They're doing everything where it's costing them maybe 30 cents to make it and fill it.
Right.
So they're making a ton of money.
Yep.
Our margins on our pocket, or what we're doing, is it's still comparative to everybody else in the market. And when other people are making 20 to 30 on each pre-roll, let's say, we're making $8.
Yep.
So we're making sure that the consumer can afford it,
Yep.
have it, understand it, and we're putting a lot into this, as well as merch and training and samples for the whole dispensary. And we'll come back and talk and give and show, and making sure that we show a better model on the market that hasn't been there.
Now, see that, first of all, big up to you for saying that, because yes, the people that can't afford the $50 eighth, the $80 eighth.
Yep.
No, let's talk about us. Let's talk the
Yep.
people in the back. Me, I'm the people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because I myself, first of all, I've had an experience on this podcast. We actually talked about where, I went to that spot called Stone Pizza. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah, I know
But
that place.
okay, yes.
She's from New York.
I'm from New York. I was born and raised in New York.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yeah.
girl. Which part? I'm in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? Where in Brooklyn?
East
Where?
New York.
Okay. My brother was from Bed-Stuy over there, but I'm from South Ozone Park, Queens.
Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Ruby's from Portland. Little backstory about me and Ruby. Me and Ruby met in Seattle. Both of us lived in Seattle. We actually met at a party where it was like this dude we both knew was throwing a party for his girlfriend. And you know what I'm saying? And even though I lived in Seattle, I was very much a New Yorker in Seattle. Like you couldn't
And they
just
could
walk
tell,
up
right?
on
They
me.
could tell right away that you're not from there. They like, oh, we hear the accent. I'm like, it's like
That used
you
to be
can't
the
help
main
it.
thing. As soon as I said coffee, they'd be like,
Yup. Facts, same here.
She ain't from around here. She ain't from around here.
Yup.
And literally, me and Ruby met at a party where, you know what I'm saying, where it was like the party was like on Snoop Dogg level. Everybody smoking, everybody in a heavy cipher. So I know I don't know everybody at the party, but I know that y'all got to be cool because we all know the same person throwing the party. Ruby with her happy self, from the few minutes she was on here,
she was great.
You can tell, you know what I'm saying? She's one of those, very friendly West Coast Samoan, just, Hawaiian hello all up in your
wonderful.
face. Yep. And she did that. And the first time she did that to me, I kind of looked at her and was like, yeah, back up a little bit though, because
you know what
I'm saying? And it was like, you know what I mean? And she wasn't fazed by it. She was just like, oh, okay, well, another time. And literally, in the midst of doing all this smoking, I was doing so much smoking that I had to sit my ass down.
I've been there.
And the minute I sat my ass down, here she comes sitting right next to me talking to me. And literally, I was just like, all right, you know what?
Like, what you doing?
What's up? What's up? Because I'm not getting up. You know what I mean? I'm not getting up. You talking? Let's talk. And then she eventually, we became friends. She introduced the idea of the podcast. I said, you know what? I think it's a good idea. We definitely are both mothers. You know what I'm saying? I've been smoking weed since I was 16 years old. I'm 52. Nice. She's in her 30s, and and she has a couple of kids, young kids. And so we are mothers. We definitely love weed. We definitely fuck. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? And talking about our life, talking about having a safe space where marijuana is discussed, our situations are discussed, people that live this life and whatever struggles or things they need to talk about. This is a safe space to get into that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so, 4 years later,
Here you
I'm
are.
back in New York. She's in Portland. And we keep this going because we love it. We don't care that YouTube don't like it. We still on here every motherfucking
We
week.
still do it anyways.
Right?
We still on here every motherfucking week. We don't give a fuck about that
I love
bullshit.
it.
You know what I'm saying? And we promote, and the main thing we promote is women business.
Thank you.
And women, getting it, how they getting it, and
Empower.
especially if marijuana is involved, yes,
Yes.
it must have our touch involved in it, because at the end of the day, we smoke too. We're
Uh,
responsible smokers. We get shit done while we
Yup.
smoke, and
Yup.
and on my end, shit, there's a lot of motherfuckers alive because I think about my weed first. You know what I'm saying? You come
Yep.
up to me with that bullshit, and I say to myself, "Wait a minute, I got some nice buds at home, so I'm not gonna
Yep.
fuck you up today. I'm gonna just walk away and go to my house and smoke and think about the stupid shit you just said, because
Exactly.
the
I
weed in
always
my
say if
house
people
is more
started
important than
smoking
going
a
to
joint
jail
more,
and
they'd be
fucking
all
my
right.
shit up. No,
Right?
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's up, y'all, with your fine asses?
Oh,
I
there's
just
Yeah.
wanna
There's
thank
yours.
you. I just I had to like
She
walk
just keeps
around the
popping
venue.
in.
Was that
You just keep popping up.
you? I was just trying to find some good service around here. I think it's right
Oh,
by the bathroom. So I just wanted to ask you guys, like, what is like one or two misconceptions that people usually have?
uh-oh.
Wait, misconceptions about what?
We can't hear you.
You broke up.
Oh God.
Oh, we
can you
lost
guys
her
hear me
again.
now? Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Misconceptions.
Like,
Nope.
what do you think people like are the biggest misconceptions aside from your sexuality? But what are the two, like one or two biggest misconceptions that people tend to have?
In the industry or with
With our
LGBT?
sexuality.
With our sexuality.
No, I'm sorry. No, aside from sexuality, like it could be in the industry, work, career, just the world, you know. Some people think, like, I'll start. Some
Okay.
people assume that because I'm so sexually liberated, that I'm just gonna fuck on anything, and that's a huge misconception.
Well, no, that's
so,
what I would have
what
said
would you
as
say?
well.
Same here.
We agree with that. People think we're
Yeah.
just big old whores because we have an open relationship.
Yeah.
Not that both of you could come visit and have a nice time, you know.
Dude, I want to. I want to see what's up with y'all.
I mean, please
Oh,
don't be
nah,
a pillow
nah,
princess. Please don't
nah.
just lay there. We don't
I
need that
ain't
no
making
more.
no promises. I ain't making no promises. I'm just gonna show up. I'm like, what's up, New Jersey? What's good?
Yeah. Yeah, don't promise us a
see,
good time because we'll show you one.
We about it. I'm just
see,
letting y'all know.
Ruby
We for
is more
real.
free to make
Dude,
decisions like that.
y'all. I've been joking you guys on Instagram. I'm like, damn, they fine. Like, I just want to be like the
Thank you.
just the ice cream part and the ice cream sandwich. You know what I'm saying? I
There
just
you
want to
go.
do that.
All the
That's
colors.
what I told her. I said, wait for it up, baby, with the cream inside. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
But I
I
will
love
also say the reason our company's called Just a Woman, when I would go to meetings, and it was always male dominated. And if I walked in, they'd be like, "Oh, sweetheart, what are you doing here? Can you get us some coffee? Are you here to take notes?" And I'm like, "Actually, I'm the bitch running the meeting.
that's
I'm the
right.
bitch that's here to school you, to
HBIC.
teach you, to show you." And
Like,
so,
what the fuck? Get you coffee.
yes,
Bitch, you
no,
get me coffee.
right, bitch.
You get up and get me some motherfucking coffee.
But also, if you
Hey,
have a meeting,
motherfucker.
right, but if you had a meeting, you should actually do your research, your due diligence, and know who the fuck's coming. So they would see Dr. Forbes, ND, and MH, and go, and they just say this person's coming to educate us about cannabis. And then I'd walk in and they'd think I was some other assistant, something. And I'm like, I'm the motherfucker here to teach you. I'm the woman running this bitch. And yes, I'm gay. Yes, I'm a strong, intelligent woman. And I'm going to school your asses. So why don't
That's
you
right.
go get me something to drink? Why don't you go
That's
run
right.
your ass out and get something?
Yep.
That's right.
And they'd go, but you're just a woman. You're just a woman.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what the
Motherfucker,
Yeah.
fuck?
wait, pause.
Yes.
Somebody actually went into you and said, "Oh, but you just a woman."
Well,
Bitch,
that's how
get
the
out.
name came about.
Yeah.
Security.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have this person removed.
Yeah, before I
No,
chop their dicks off.
Oh,
have
So,
this person removed.
yeah,
The fuck?
yeah,
yeah.
those ones need to get pegged. They need to get pegged, and they need stuff
They
put in their urethras
they
Yeah.
till they
probably
can
do.
no
I'm just
longer
saying.
utter such ignorance.
Yeah.
I like to
Oh, oh,
punish. I like to
oh
punish
yeah.
And it's,
mofos
you
that
would
talk
think at
like that.
this time it wouldn't happen.
I mean, you don't even want to know the stories that I have when I worked in construction. I said if I would have sued the fucking union, I would have owned that bitch.
The dick
Because
pics.
literally with all the Vienna sausage pics I got from the men that I worked with, all right. It was ridiculous. Like it was crazy. And then the amount of disrespect, like she got that on her end. But
Yeah.
remember, I'm in construction. Like it's all men. They chose me
Right.
to check a box for them in the union.
Same here.
You know what I mean? Like that's literally what it was. And it was so hard because men didn't want to teach me how to do certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they would sit there and they'd be like, well, I didn't want to teach you because I don't need you to take my fucking job. So all I did was like watch them work, see what they did, and that's how I learned. Even when I would do the hardest things, like even sometimes they would leave me by myself, and I'm like, I don't know how to do this shit, but they like figure it out, and I'm like, all right now, if I figure it out, I fuck it up. That's on you, you
Yeah.
know. Or
Mm,
even the blatant
mm.
amount of disrespect, like I've heard, well, why are you not at home with your husband? And I'm cooking and cleaning and having kids and shit like that, and I'm like, do you understand? I am the husband. Like at the time I was,
Hello.
yeah, at the
I'm
time
out here
I
getting the
was
bacon
with
like you,
somebody.
motherfucker.
Facts. And at the time I was with somebody and I was like, I'm in a relationship with a woman and stuff like that. Like I have my woman at home and yada yada yada. And then, you know, even the men that were married, like I had men that were married.
Yeah, that's always
And would
sad.
come
They're
up
the
to me.
worst.
And then when I tell them, well, I'm married too. And they're like, oh, so what does your man do? And I'm like, well, my wife. And then they would get upset and they'd be like, well, the Bible said, I said, well, the Bible said your ass shouldn't be talking to my ass when you got a wife.
Yeah. But I mean, people
According
have
to
asked us if our
y'all's
marriage
law.
was real. Like, is
Oh,
it a
yeah.
real marriage? Like, do we
Are we
do, like,
legal?
I've had my jobs, men at my jobs go, well, I can't put her on your insurance because I really need to know that it's a legal marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I need proof.
And then we like, bam, with the documents and shit, you know, like,
And then they
motherfucker.
still want to know if that's a real document. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's crazy. It's
The
crazy.
amount of
And that is the highest level of disrespect
and ignorance.
Right?
right
It's
there.
just dumb.
And let me tell you right now, if I was a man and sat there and punched the shit out of them, and then I'd get in trouble, and it's bad enough already in this industry because we are surrounded by individuals who have money and who are white, and then they see my skin color and the tattoos on my hands, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
they're like, oh, well,
Have
you've
you
been in
been to jail?
jail? And I'm like, motherfucker, you know that I used to protect politicians and celebrities back in the day? Like, don't even play with me right now. Like, I already know that you sat there and embezzled millions of dollars from Wall Street. Don't play with me.
Don't play. And so
And excuse me, your daughter is in jail right now, drunk as a motherfucker. What
Right?
happened? Yeah, I saw her TMZ video.
Yeah.
What happened? Nah, cause now
Facts.
you trying
Yeah.
to cause now I gotta go. I gotta be petty because you want to be petty. I
Right?
gotta be petty because you want to
Thank
be
you.
petty.
Thank you.
The
Thank
fuck?
you.
The fuck?
I
I
know.
No.
People are
just asked
crazy.
about
It's a wild world we live in. And that's why I said, even when I used to do that work back in the day, that's why I got out the industry. Because I'm like, if people only knew what the people that you admire and adore and watch all the
And what
time,
they do.
you don't know what they do outside of what you see. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And I was
Yeah,
from
let
New York,
them.
so I saw all of it. And I didn't want to be
right.
around that lifestyle because why am I protecting these motherfuckers? So I got in the
Mm,
union and I got into construction. That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
You know?
that's what's up,
So
Sam. I don't know. I mean, I did construction too. It was so
Nice.
gratifying. And it
yeah.
was like I never felt so empowered because
Yes.
I have a lot of strength. And so I
Yes.
think also what I learned about construction is being super organized and just the power of good
Yeah.
communication and a team.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't understand why we were like moving shit over here just to later move it over there. So
Oh yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Everybody that does that, laborious work.
Yeah.
Another question for you guys is, you mentioned having a dispensary,
Well, it's
and
not ours. No, I was a consultant. I would
Yeah.
build them from the ground up.
Yeah. Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
That's a very heavy undertaking.
And
I
that
worked in a couple of dispensaries myself. It was actually, next to being a server, is probably one of my favorite jobs.
Okay.
But excuse me, I think what was so fascinating about being in an environment where you are destigmatizing and you can just buy shit like if you were at Walmart, I think that's really huge for us. I never thought I'd have the day to do that. And
Yep.
so, do you guys have like or like what, I guess why I mentioned dispensaries is because, actually, hold on, let me back it up. In terms of like growers in your area, do you guys have specific farms that you work with, or do you even work with
No,
farms?
we do it ourselves. We have there's
Yeah.
Okay.
the manufacturer and cultivation where we're at is called Love Grow, which is also owned by an LGBTQ woman. And they took us under their wing and are letting us rent space to do our own cultivation, our own manufacturing. So we're umbrellaed under
Fucking
their
awesome.
license.
Yeah.
So we're
that's
100%
fucking
woman
awesome.
all around the board.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. So another question, I guess I was getting to this, where motherhood, sex, marijuana, eventually we want to have our own strain. And so we want
Nice.
to have either like one or two that we personally would endorse, where we're like working with the farm. What
Yeah.
would we need to come to the table, being as small of an entity that we are, but we want to grow into like, that? What
You
would
want to
suggest?
have a brand. You want to have
gotta
your
have a
own
brand.
brand.
Kai Storm in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana rolling papers in the building. Motherhood Sex Marijuana merch in the building. If you're here, we thank you and we most certainly appreciate you. But we want you to spread the word, tell a friend, subscribe, make sure and get yourself some rolling papers. And of course, if you want to sponsor an episode, if you want to be on an episode, if you have products you want to show us that we want to show the people, come through. You feel me? Motherhood, sex, marijuana, rolling papers, merch, YouTube, subscribe, fight all the algorithms and let us get in. Yeah?
Is what you want to do. So you can either do a licensure agreement, but you won't own as much, and then the company kind of rules it, or you go in as a brand and you advocate for yourself and that it's your product and it's you, and you find the right people, which I know a lot on the East Coast. So if you came to New York, I could definitely put you in the right, hands. And then you work hands on side by side with the cultivator to grow exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And you narrow it down and you do your packaging and all of that. And I have all those resources on the East Coast, and I'm sure you must have on the West Coast as well, or both. And it's just navigating and knowing your rights and what you want and fighting for it. And you can do it.
That's awesome. And how much money do you think Mikai and I should have before we even have a discussion like that?
If you're going to start small, like if you wanted to just launch like 1 to 2 SKUs, $50,000 to $100,000 will do it.
Yeah.
On a small scale. If you want to do
Oh,
a
that's
little
it.
bigger
Kai, we
scale,
got that. I'm just kidding.
Girl, because we
you
too.
can, but I mean, you've got to really tight knit it,
Yeah.
bootstrap it, do a lot yourself, and advocate. Know the industry really well, because it does get expensive and it does go fast, but you will only put out maybe 3,000 to 5,000 units a month until you can grow. But if you want to do more than that, then you need more money, obviously. But you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I like about what you just said? And I can tell, right? So you can tell when somebody knows their shit, when they can really break it down. So
Yeah.
one of the most annoying shits is talking to somebody and then it's just like, okay, I'm so even more confused as to what the process is.
I
So
keep it
thank you
simple.
for that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oh my God, I feel so much love. What is
We
this?
gotta help each other rise up.
Let's
I
not
said
fool
it,
us.
within
Let's
the
not
next
fool
4 years,
ourselves.
women are gonna be coming up, baby. Because we
Yeah.
gotta
So
help
true.
each other out. You know what I'm saying? With all this stuff going on in the world right now, we gotta do this for each other.
Absolutely. We
Like,
would
we
And,
did
love
a
and
to
I
class.
spread.
appreciate you saying that because definitely, because while we don't have that kind of level of money yet, Lord, we
It'll
gotta
come.
make that money first.
It's
Oh,
We
coming.
gotta
Don't
make
It'll
that
you
money
come.
gotta
first.
change your
But
words.
It's
Change your
coming.
words. It's coming.
It's
And that you
coming.
got it. It's there.
You know, we did a
exactly.
really beautiful
I agree.
class yesterday. It was called Beyond the Scale,
Yep.
Body Positive for queer women. And I
Mm,
still keep my spirituality and I still do retreats, and we call them high retreats. And I do
Yeah.
other workshops to help
okay.
people just navigate in this crazy world that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And that was something we said, that it was about rising up together and letting them know they had a community. These women came and it was a beautiful experience, and there were tears shed and hugs,
Yep.
and they were just so
Oh,
happy to find someone who saw them for who they are, loved them for the beauty in and out. And that it was just so sad to see that so many women just have such low self-esteem
Yeah.
and just don't feel that they're worthy of a relationship or even a community or friendships, have no family, that people have left them. And we try to really promote that.
Yeah.
Besides the cannabis,
Yeah.
we teach classes on sexuality,
Yeah.
BDSM,
Yeah.
open relationships. Like, we get naughty. We go to festivals and do like naked classes in the woods, and
Y'all gotta go to Lesapalooza.
yeah, we do a lot of work for them. And
Yes.
that's in northern Jersey once a year.
Yep.
And
So
it's just naked women everywhere, hundreds of naked women.
And we have a class we're doing
Jello
next year.
wrestling,
All of it.
this year.
salivating.
I mean, this year. That's right. This year.
Watery.
There you go. You gotta come.
I was naked the whole time.
Yeah, where she
The
was.
whole time.
Except when, when we
Except for when it was cold.
no
It got
axe
cold a
throwing.
little bit.
We weren't allowed to be naked during
Oh
axe
yeah, that
throwing.
part too. And bow and arrow.
Yeah, because we could
wait,
be
wait,
hit.
wait. What time of year is this? Because New
September.
York and New
Oh,
Jersey
I know, it's
shit.
September.
girl.
We
Oh,
were skinny
'cause-
dipping in the
We were
50s.
skinny dipping in the lake, yeah.
whoa.
Yep.
Well, no, you
See,
stuck a toe
no.
in. I went in.
I did half my body
Oh, please.
while screaming. Because
Oh
I was
my
like, I see the algae down there. I don't like this shit.
Yeah, you know what? Whenever y'all are in Portland, we got some. I don't have connects like that, but I do know like a couple of dispensaries that carry
Sure.
our rolling papers, and they just,
Mhm.
I'm a consumer, so they're cool with me and shit. So if ever you guys have like an event out this way or in Seattle, let me know.
No,
Oh,
definitely.
definitely,
The
yeah.
lab I use is in Washington State, so I do come out that way at times for the things I'm creating.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, wow.
love,
Now,
because
okay.
I could at least buy y'all some dinner. I could
No,
afford that.
we can buy you dinner.
Real
too.
treats.
If there's a
Real
pretty
treats.
lady with us, you kidding me? We
I
treat
mean,
you know.
I don't know if I should be on here right now because I can't stop thinking about this nasty shit, girl.
No.
hit us up afterwards.
Yes, she'll be like,
There you go.
what's your
There you
number
go.
again?
See that's what I love. You know what I'm saying? Cause I make sure and let people know. Look here, don't jump into motherhood, sex, marijuana DM if you're trying to reach out to Ruby and say shit. Cause I'm blocking you. I'll delete and block your
Honey,
ass.
we will take you
Before
out too.
I'm
I will
taking about
delete
you.
and
What you
block your
mean?
ass. Like she got her own inbox. She can chat to you from her own
Ruby, you better
inbox.
send us your
Our inbox
inbox.
is business only. Okay,
It's
only
funny.
business.
Just watch it. Sam will be hitting you up. She'll be like, hey,
No,
hey,
you
coming
guys,
to New
here's the
York.
I'll
thing.
ask your husband for permission.
I gotta tell you guys
Right.
something, right? I have to tell you what I'm feeling because this is pertinent. You're aesthetically beautiful, yes.
Well,
But
thank
there's
you.
so
Mhm.
many
So are you.
there's so many fine ass people out there. My shit is like, and what? And what? Oh,
Mhm.
I look good too, ho.
Yes.
So it's like, what is it? And it's like your spirits, like they just totally take over.
And
You
Thank
at the
know,
end
you.
of the day,
I,
intelligence is key.
exactly.
Intelligence is key.
Yep.
Knowing yourself,
Yep.
knowing what you ain't tolerating. You know what I'm saying? There's honesty in
Exactly.
this relationship. There's realness in the relationship.
Authenticity.
And
Mm-hmm.
the
Thank you.
authenticity, and the fact is, if you coming in to play with them, y'all everybody having a real conversation. Like, listen, this
Yep.
is just play. When it's time to go, pick up your shit and
Oh
please
yeah.
go.
Yep.
Don't
If it
make us
takes
have to
too
call the
long,
police, because we will call the police. We might hit you a
yeah,
couple times
you
first,
are
but we're gonna
correct.
call the police and tell them we don't know you. I mean, we tried to pull you out of our
No,
house.
you
We don't
know,
like it.
we had a fun night about a month or two ago. We picked up a few women, so we had like 3 women come over, and we were
Ooh.
like, all right, it's gonna be fun.
Yep.
This one went downstairs because she got bored because they weren't fun, and then left me to deal with it and fell asleep on the fucking couch.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
And like, so I gotta
No
now do
more
all the work.
bitches.
Yeah, and I'm like, I hate pillow princesses. I
Yeah.
almost want to ask ahead of time, do you eat pussy?
Yeah.
Do you fuck back?
Yeah. Seriously.
Do you know how to fuck?
Yeah.
I don't want to
No,
teach you at my age.
no, but
Those
you
are the
should
clarifying
though.
questions I think we really should discuss at the
No,
bar. You know,
Oh yeah.
exactly. You should though. Like,
or
before
wherever.
we even get in this Uber, girl, let's talk.
I need
Huh?
7
Wait a
Same
minutes.
with men.
minute.
It
I
doesn't
need
matter who
7.
it
Yeah,
is. Men,
absolutely.
you got some game. Don't be telling me you got this and you
Yeah.
got this. Like,
Yeah,
give me some
no.
heads
And I
up.
put in work, so I'm like, because I love thick women.
Yeah.
So I
We
be
like a little
I be putting in work, so you gotta put work back.
Yes,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
It would be bad manners not to.
But
Yep.
It
they
would
do.
be
But they do.
terrible manners.
They
It would be
do.
terrible
Mind you, we be
Girl,
manners.
I
having a
know.
whole jacuzzi board for them and everything. Like, I'm like, come on now. You
You
getting
too bad.
liquor, you getting fed, you
Yeah.
getting fruits and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We are good hostesses.
Yes, I brought
Of
snacks.
course,
I brought
because
snacks and
you're
things.
businesswomen. You're also well
Things.
traveled, I would assume.
Yes.
yes.
You
Participate.
know.
No, you must go. Security? Security. No,
Yeah,
remove.
one day we'll have that
Remove.
pussy security, and they'll
Yeah.
have like, you have to fill out this application.
Like, I'm kind
Yeah,
of
there you
that
go.
way, but I'm just like, baby, you handle it.
Sometimes we're just like, nope, we're good with each other for a while because we ain't playing these games.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? Because
Exactly.
you know each other,
We
and
know what
y'all
we
ain't playing with
want.
each other.
Yeah.
And we even say, like, we had someone once go, what's a strap? And I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Girl. Security? Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No, but I
Security.
was like, we both have a strap. Do you like straps? She's
Yeah.
like, well, what is it? I was like, well, you're going to find out in a minute.
Is
Bend
what I'm
over.
saying. Just. And she's more aggressive. Like I
I'm
said, y'all be
aggressive.
thinking, they be thinking it's me. I'm like, nope, I'll be watching my wife. I'm like, go ahead, honey.
I go out and I'm like, honey, I found 3 women. She's like, oh.
Yup.
Like I leave her for, like, she'll go to the bathroom and come back and there's a whole world of
I'm
women.
like, it ain't even me.
I'm
Oh
like,
my
and they said they
goodness.
were straight, and I'm like, not now.
Nah,
I need from you guys at least 2 pussy eating tips. I'll start. I'll give y'all one because I'm kind of like, I'm not a professional like y'all, but I would say the first one
We're not
is
professional.
communicating your
Where you need me
needs
to go and do.
asking how they like it. You see, when we got beautiful lesbians, Kai, we gotta ask this. We can't just assume that we know.
Absolutely.
You said that they are experts. What made them an
I
expert?
assume.
They married?
I was like, damn.
A lot of experience.
You should ask fast, slow, hard, soft,
Yeah.
not over here. It's too, if it gets too sensitive, I'll back it up.
Right.
If
Right.
it's not, let's make it work.
Yeah.
Thank
2,
you.
3, whole hand,
Right.
you gotta know. Toys, no toys. I like toys. And there's nothing against it. It doesn't make me feel, it makes my hand not cramp. I'm all right with it.
See, for me, my number one thing is I always ask, pull it back.
Yeah. She's gentle. I'm
pull
rough.
it back. Pull it back for me.
She likes it soft and
Yeah.
and I'm like, I want to
Yeah.
walk funny. I'm gonna break. I've broken her couch. I've broken her bed before we were living
Yeah.
and married. Like we broke shit.
Yeah,
I was like, I fuck, and she's like, oh yeah, yeah, and I'm like, no, no, no.
Mhm.
And then she was like,
I'm
oh,
like,
shit.
oh yeah.
Like
Gotta fix my own shit now. Like,
I was like, you complaining? And she's like, no,
nope.
nope.
No,
Not
but
at
we
all.
just gotta go to the store and buy new shit now. Like,
That's what I'm saying. No, it's a
problem?
good thing I'm in construction. I got screws and
She
drills.
was trying to fix
I
it.
started putting shit back together.
Where the glue at? Where the gorilla
Zip
glue?
ties and shit.
I was like, stop fucking up my shit. We're going to your house now to
Yeah.
fuck up
Nah,
shit.
nah, nah.
Yep.
Fuck that. Let's get this hammer going. I got shut the fuck up. I got
Facts.
this.
Facts.
Yeah, we're going to the floor. This ain't working.
Yep.
And that's the funny thing about it, right? I like sex toys too, but I used to sell them, or I kind of still do. I just am very picky. I
Okay.
only like things that are body safe, that are
Sure.
free of phthalates, and that are like either silicone based or glass or something that's
Safer,
non-porous.
yeah.
Those are my preferences.
Okay.
I say, man, you guys are. I have so many questions, but my mind's just like.
It
I feel like
happens.
I feel like a 17-year-old guy that just needs to.
It
I
happens.
imagine that's what it would feel like. Kai, I'm gonna let you ask some more questions. I'm gonna
Shit. The main
She's gonna
thing.
process real quick.
The main thing I want to ask them about, you know what I'm saying, honestly, and it's only cause fuck it. It's January 26th. I mean, this episode is probably going to be on YouTube in another 2 weeks, but
Okay.
Okay.
it's still relevant to the time,
absolutely.
and you know what I mean, and you know. Fuck it. We don't usually get political around here, but at the end of the day, the orange Cheeto bitch ass is doing what he doing. You feel me? And
Yep.
he
Yeah.
recently said some shit like men and men and men are men, women are women, and that's how it is, and it is
There's
what
only
it is. So
two genders,
my
right.
thing is,
Genders.
I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is allowing this shit to go on, and what's your take on this shit? Since you know what I'm saying, I figure we could talk, we could get political for
You
a
can
second.
talk any way
Hell
you want.
yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
fine. We are very
and
honest.
here, you know, let's hear your thoughts on that bullshit.
Okay, you go first.
I mean, we love these topics because clearly I'm very masculine. Like, if I take my clothes off, like, I'm still built like a dude, you know, like.
Not with your titties.
Well,
But,
not with my titties, but you know, I'm pretty built. So
she got some big ass titties.
yeah.
So.
But my thing is that
Thanks.
the lack of knowledge that's going on out here. It's I feel like they skip science class because this is something that you learn in elementary school. Like, what are we in the embryo, baby, when we first
We
start?
start as a female, just
Female.
like cannabis.
Yeah.
It is a plant that is female.
Yes.
You know what I
We
mean?
killed the males.
Uh-huh. And then I always say that you guys don't understand intersex either. There's intersex out
Right.
there.
We have a cat
You
that's
know?
intersexed.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally, a woman, she was upset about her cat being intersex. She didn't want it because found out that it wasn't a boy. It had ovaries, but it had the balls. And I'm like, what's the problem though? It's still an animal. You know, like it's
Word.
still a baby, and
And we love her.
we love
or
her.
him or they or
That's
whatever.
what we say. I mean, like we they.
We they cat.
You know what I
You
mean?
know, I will share this. I'm Samoan, and so from when I was little, my one of my favorite babysitters was my uncle Sergio, who was a woman in my eyes. I called him uncle, but he was still like a woman. He was the most feminine, you know, one of the most feminine women, freaking bad as fuck. And so, and what I love is that we embrace the third. We call it the third
you do
gender.
third
What?
gender? Because I know that a lot of indigenous call it two spirit.
Yes. Yes, two spirit.
Yep.
Exactly. So we embrace, and they're actual pinnacle pillars in our community.
Absolutely.
Because what happens is these are the ones that sacrifice for the family. They pretty much take care of what needs to be, and they do not ask for any credit. And to me, that's closest to God than I can feel. You feel me? And so it is very interesting, this whole political thing. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. But I think that we should have conversations like this because I have friends that are completely devastated right now. I don't have the answers for them.
Our community was very scared. And doing that workshop we had on Saturday, these individuals were so scared and so worried for their life and scared to go out in public. Scared to go and find community. And these queer individuals were like, I need a safe haven. And that's what we offered them, at least for the day. And now they were people that we had never met. And now we're friends with them on social media and we have their numbers. And we are a safe haven for them. I want to make sure that our brand, our business, everything we do, our family, our home is always open to people. We're a safe haven where people can come and feel that they can be their true authentic selves. And I do believe in two spirit, and I do believe that especially in indigenous cultures, we've gotten away from that, like, because the big orange Cheeto now says there's only Christianity. Hello. Oh, and then I can add, and my favorite part of saying about Christianity in the Bible, because I've studied a lot of religions in my life. I have. And I've met shamans. I've actually hosted the Dalai Lama. I host Tibetan monks. I've done a lot in my 50 years young. And they say in the Bible, put no other gods before me. Well, why would that be in the Bible? Put no other gods. You're saying there are other gods. There are other omnipotent beings.
Yep.
But you
Right.
want
Yes.
that one to be right. And I'm not saying that you can't be Christian, Baptist, Catholic, whatever.
Anything you want.
You do you, Muslim, Hindi. I don't care as long as you're a good human and you let me be me.
Yep.
You leave
Right.
my bedroom, my love, my life out of your mouth.
Word.
And genitals.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
My
And
womb, my genitals, whatever it may be.
exactly,
Yes.
your all of
I
that.
don't tell
And
you about your dick and your blue pill.
Yep.
okay, because you taking it, because we know you taking it.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? And
facts.
Melania don't want you, but
Yeah.
just
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? But no, my take on it is this, because on some real shit, one of my favorite bloggers on YouTube, I love watching YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is my shit. And one of my favorite bloggers, she's Jamaican. Her name is Pretty Don. And she dead ass says it all the time that, you know what I'm saying, that she was born with both parts, you know what I'm saying? But she is fully, you know what I'm saying, she's just a full butch, you know what I'm saying? She loves
Nice.
women, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
I
you know
love
what I mean?
this
And
stat.
for the most part, her videos, be talking about Jamaican and Jamaican culture, and she makes jokes about it and shit like that. You know what I mean? So I love watching her. And and I recently even saw her say some shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was like making jokes like, Donald Trump, don't come get me. I'm a girl. Chill out.
I still
Leave me
got it.
alone. Uncle Donald, listen, chill out. Leave me alone. I'm a girl. I know I've been talking like I was a boy, but no, I'm a girl. I'm a girl. And it's like, and I see her, making jokes about it, but it's just like at the same time, it's like, fuck that. Fuck him. Why the
Yep.
fuck you gotta do shit to fuck him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He don't
Be
even know
you.
what the fuck he talking about. He clearly never been to school. And you can't just write a fucking law and just make people disappear all of a sudden
Yep.
like you got
He
power like
thinks
that.
he
Like
is.
Yeah.
no,
Yep.
no. And
Thanks.
the fact that you literally are using your privilege to erase the records of your January 6 brothers is the highest level of fuckery I've ever seen
Right?
in the 52 years that I've been alive. But you know what I'm saying? But I guess we got another 4 years of us
Shit.
watching fuckery.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
This is
We just
turning
got
into
another 4 years
it's
of
not
us
a
watching
gender.
fuckery. But
I
what we're
don't see
not
it as a
going to do
gender thing.
is stop being ourselves because your
Yep.
bitch ass is in the presidency, bitch. No.
You
No,
know
I
what
said
I you know
no.
what I
Inhumane.
always say is that people who live in those type of states that are like that, they are only surrounded in their own bubble,
They're
surrounded
here.
by their own people, surrounded
And
by
out of touch.
that, you know what I'm saying, and out of touch. And they can't even make enough money to be able to afford to even move out of there to experience other things.
They're not
You
humble.
know, and then on top of that, what she said, they're not humbled. And if they would learn how to be progressive. I mean, let's be for real.
Mm,
Let's call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not the only people that exist on this planet, and you never will be. You know what I
word.
mean? And then it's like everything that's coming out now. I just try to tell people, I'm like, don't be scared, but just stay aware. You know what I'm saying? Still live
And
your
don't
life. Don't
live
be
in the
happy.
news.
Don't, yeah,
Yeah.
don't like take some time, take a break, get off your phone. You know, because even sometimes I catch myself doing that, and she knows I'm
And I
always
tell her, I
on
was
my
like, take a
phone.
break, take a
You
break,
know?
and remove yourself from it, and
Yeah.
take some time to meditate. Take some
Yeah.
time to journal your thoughts.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I choose when I watch the news. I am aware and I'm
Yep.
educated on everything that goes on, but I choose when I want to do it for my sanity,
Mm,
for
Real
Yeah.
my
talk.
self well being.
Yeah.
And I think
mm,
when people do that more, and then because everything's on that little box anyway, so you go back and you look at it when you can. But if you're not having a good day, don't add to it and make it worse.
word,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find
word.
beauty around you,
Yeah.
find the goodness and it's all there. We
Yeah.
just have to search it and want to.
And if you want to
Mhm.
fight for things, there are ways
Yep,
to do
which we
that.
do
Be a
that a lot.
part of
Yes.
your organizations. Get political. Have a voice. You know, even when you're at work and you're doing your job. You know, like stand up for yourself. You know, we
Word.
try to tell people to still continue to do that because anyone
One
who's,
voice can change,
yeah.
make a huge
And when
change
you
in the
stay
world.
silent and submissive, what you think is gonna happen?
Hmm.
You know,
Word.
I say
The monsters. Wow.
ignorance is bliss for some, and it shouldn't be that way. You know, even I've had discussions with my family, and they upset me because I'm like, you don't
They're la la
want
la
to,
la la.
yeah, you don't want to pay attention to it, and I'm like, and mind you, they live in Florida. I'm like, you should be, yeah,
Mm,
you know,
It's a
right.
conservative state.
you should
They
be.
can't even watch porn now. Those poor people.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Man,
Is
listen, that the shit is getting ridiculous. And then again, the main thing y'all want to push people, you want to push this distraction of TikTok in front
Yep.
of people's face is just
So they
crazy.
can do something else. Smoke and mirror. Smoke and
Oh
mirror.
yeah.
smoke and
Exactly.
mirrors left
Yeah.
Exactly.
and right. I
Oh
just want
yeah.
to ask you guys something.
Sure.
If you gave some really great gems, I was going to ask you what people could do from their homes, and I think you touched on that.
Mm-hmm.
What would your advice be to somebody who does not have body confidence, um, but wants to like enjoy like a blissful love life at the same time?
Mm-hmm. Well,
You-
go ahead, because we
Because
experienced that
we
yesterday.
did it
But
yesterday.
if you want me to go, I'll go, honey.
Yeah, this is the woman who loves the football right there, right there, right there.
Yes, I
Put it
do.
all in there. Grab it all.
I mean, I honestly love it all. I mean, you got a fupa, you got thick thighs.
It's
I
our
mean,
bodies.
anything.
Nature
Like,
happens.
see,
Life happens.
I
Being
like.
a mother changes your body. You need to embrace that roadmap of life on your body. The
Mhm.
class, part of the class we did yesterday, I had women come up. They did a gingerbread man. Printed it out, a little
Mm,
cartoon printout.
Mhm.
Gender neutral, just not eunuch. Here we go. And you had to
mhm,
color it in and write all the things you disliked about yourself.
Mhm.
I mean, there were hundreds, like they were filling it in detail, lots of things,
Pictures,
pictures. It was
everything.
horrible. And to see how much they hated their bodies, inner, outward, mental states, everything.
Mhm.
But I bring a mirror, and then the tribe as well of the community around us that was there in the
mhm,
group um, could only say positive things, but the things that were said, because they also had
Yeah.
to mingle and get to know each other prior to this
yeah,
class in the group for other things that I was doing. And then once I had them
Powerful.
up on stage, I called them up on stage and I showed the artwork and I showed and read it and then changed it all to a positive manner. And they had to look in the mirror. And that was the hardest part. They could go, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to love myself. No, no, no. I make them look in a mirror and I held them and I was behind them, hugging them,
Yeah.
loving them. And like even the couple of them said, I smell. And I'm like, I'm up there sniffing on them. They thought that they didn't have a good smell, but women are supposed to have it. Now there's a bad smell. That means go to the gyno. But then there's
right.
also
Yep.
a smell.
Yep.
We all have different things in our hormones, and you gravitate to people when your hormones match. Your pheromones match, and it doesn't have to be man and woman. It could be man, man, woman, woman,
Sure.
whatever. Poly,
Mhm,
trans, queer.
Right.
We all
Mm.
find that person that smells like her stink smells great to me, and she says the same to me. But
Nice.
when they looked in the mirror and actually had to tell themselves that they loved themselves and that they were beautiful and that they were smart or funny or not too much
Yep.
or all the things that they thought they were because other people had told them this,
Yep.
the tears poured. So it's more about looking in the mirror every day and doing a manifest and taking it 1 minute, 1 second, one moment at a time. And it's okay if you fall.
Yep.
Get right back up
mm,
and try again and
word.
know to look at you. And if you don't love you, no one can love you.
Oh,
And you
right.
have to put that in the right mindset.
So right.
And when you look at yourself and do that every day and you get into that repetitive, I love me, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm intelligent,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with me. You will attract then the right people around you
Yeah.
who are your
Exactly.
community, your family, your tribe that are going to love you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Exactly.
And that's that right there, man. Whoever's watching this, they're giving us so many gems.
Indeed.
I before I had, I would say the confidence that I have today, I had to fake it before I made it. So
That's
I would
okay.
literally go in the mirror every morning
Yeah.
before the kids
Until
got
all of
up.
a sudden you believe it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And honey, I sure do now, right?
And I can see it.
I can
Exactly.
see
I can
it.
see
The
both of
glow.
you. Both of you
The
are
glow
very
in it.
confident women.
Yep.
And that's what it is. Like we did a class on BDSM last September
Nice.
Yeah.
and
Mm.
sex and for queer women
Yeah.
and trans. And
Right.
it was really nice, but there was what, 30 to 50 people there.
Yeah.
And we were in the campsite, the Lesapalooza, and we were
Right.
standing there. We couldn't believe the response that we got just for the,
There's a
oh,
lot
we're
of people.
curious.
Yeah, there's a lot of
They were
people.
all like deer in headlights, and we just started generally talking, but you could see the nervousness, feel the energy a little bit, like they were unsure, you know, if this is something they wanted to
Mm.
navigate in their relationship or something they wanted,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they weren't sure. And that's what the class was about. Go ahead, you could be
Right.
the spanky or the spanker or whatever, you know,
Yep.
Right.
or navigate with your hands tied, whatever it was that we were gonna break it down very layman. But
Yeah.
I saw how nervous everyone seemed, and I looked at my wife and I just went whoop, and I stripped naked.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I am 50 young. I got cellulite. Right now I'm pale as fuck.
Gorgeous.
I got a fupa. I got saggy tits because I breastfed my girls, you know, and I went through my body. But I said, but you know what? I fuck.
I was like, yeah.
I love my body. I walk in, I exude sex. We went out the other night. I was wearing leather
Fuck
and a
yeah.
harness, and I had my hair all spiked up, and I was like, you know, giving off that vibe. My bra was hanging out,
Yeah.
and I don't give a fuck. But we had young women, you know, hitting.
Yep.
You know, it's not about age; it's about
No.
confidence and owning it.
Yep.
Exactly.
How you
Owning
carry
it.
yourself.
It don't matter if you got
How
a
you
little
carry
cellulite
yourself.
or a fupa, which everybody's so
Who
worried
cares,
about.
baby?
When you're fucking, nobody looks good. Everybody's making weird faces and
Thank
saying
you.
things and doing things, and you
Thank
just
you.
want to grab it and enjoy the moment. And so once we put them in the
Exactly.
moment, I think almost every person there got naked
Yeah.
in some facet, got spanked, did something,
Yep.
tried it out, and now we're like triple booked for the next festival this September.
Fuck you right,
Right.
yo.
Fucking
That's why y'all gotta come
awesome.
out. Everybody come out.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I
want
mean?
to. I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm
inquire.
talking about. And especially about body positivity, because
Yeah.
again,
Yep.
one of the things we talk about here too is fuck that whole idea of going to some
Right.
doctor, chopping up
Yep.
your body to do some
Yep.
shit. And even on the last episode, I actually said it. I was like, yo, so I saw it on Instagram one place where somebody said, you paying some $20,000 to go somewhere to have your body look
Put a
some
big
kind of
old
way
butt
to
in
come
or
back to New
boobies.
York to
They
ride the
haven't
J
gotten it
train.
right yet, though.
Come
Yep.
back to New York to ride the
Yep.
motherfucking J train. Like,
Yep.
Right.
come on now.
You wasted all that money
But
when
there's
you could do
somebody
it
for
yourself.
everybody as well. You
Only
know,
to
there's
need
not
a
every lid
refill.
fits every
Or
pot.
you could just love
Only
it.
to need a refill later.
Yeah.
It ain't done. It ain't a
Or
one and
you
done.
could just love
Yep. Yep.
yourself as is. Like,
Yep.
girl, I ain't never had a flat stomach a day in my life. Always had a
That's
So
fupa.
what?
overrated.
And
Exactly.
fupas, what fupa is?
Overrated.
Fupas are for good pum pum. Good
I
pum pum
love
mean
that, baby. You
honest.
know I'm all
Good
about
pum pum
that.
mean
The
honest all
awning.
day,
Right?
all day.
You
Good
know,
pum
and when
pum
people
need
think that
honest.
if you have children, because you got motherhood there, that it's not going to change. Well, your body does change for the better. You
It
gave
does.
birth, you gave life, you're the life
Yeah.
giver. So, sorry, boy, if you don't like what you see, because a lot of men are like, oh, now her body changed. Yeah, motherfucker, she pushed out a baby and carried it for 9 months. You
You
don't
did
think your
that.
body wouldn't stretch and wreck and
You
bleed?
did that.
Doesn't mean she's not. I find pregnant women hot as fuck.
Me too.
And I was hornier than I ever was when I was pregnant. I mean, it was bad.
Yep.
I was like, damn, yep, that kid's coming out with a dented head. I mean, it's like, damn.
You know what? I need to share something just because I feel compelled to real quick.
Mhm.
I used to be married to a woman, let's just say that, eons
Okay.
ago. And She broke my heart so fucking bad that it was hard for me to connect with women again. It's kind of like when somebody has weird relationship with their mother
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we were so like we just
She
forsake,
broke you.
you know, we just like, oh, fuck our families, they don't understand us, and then we try to build this life only to be okay, man, I thought she was my person. So this me trying to get back with women, you know, I made a joke earlier, it's really new for me, you know, I mean, not new for me, it's very,
It's just a new phase now. You're going back
exactly,
into who you feel you need.
you know, and I don't want to think about it too much. I don't want to put no
You just
pressure
let it
on.
organically flow.
Yeah.
Word.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
it was
But what do I
traumatizing.
always say, Rue? Everything happens for a reason. And when it's going to happen, it's
Yep.
going to happen.
Yeah. And if
Exactly.
you choose a man or you choose a woman or a trans or whoever in between, it's whoever flows.
Yep.
And so I think what I was doing, the point of sharing that was I would sleep with women, but I was objectifying them like the whole time. I wasn't
Okay.
wanting to be real.
You didn't
And
want
it's
the
like,
relationship again.
yeah, and it's like, you know what? Shame on me for that. I've forgiven myself. But it's like when you put yourself in spaces of leadership where you care about your community, even there's a certain way, like you just can't be doing that to humans. You know what I'm saying? So it's really
Mhm.
humbling. And I felt like,
But you're owning it. You're owning your shit.
yeah, I mean, accountability's sexy, right?
Yeah, it is.
Accountability is
I love
being real.
honesty. If
Yep.
It's
someone
part
says,
of the
even like you said, you were a
relationship.
cheater. You said that you had cheated, but see,
I
I
sure
find that
was.
honest and real. And you're giving
Yep.
people, here's me, but I grew the fuck up. It happened,
Yep.
and we move on, and that's okay because you're owning your shit.
And that's part of growth. That's
Yeah,
literally
I
Yep.
love you
part of
guys.
your growth of self and growth of the
I
relationship.
think that's
It's
sexy
literally
to say it.
what you and your wife represent.
Yeah,
Because in an open relationship, especially, there's got to be oh, excuse me, plenty of honesty. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah.
we love to hear that. So one thing. So of course we don't want to keep you too long. So the month well. One thing we want you to do is, let people know what your website, where to find you on social media,
go ahead,
Yes, we
baby.
Give me
will.
some
what to
money.
look out for, and how to reach you.
Go ahead, baby.
All right. Well, we have our business and on IG called Just a Woman Cannabis all together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have our website also at justawomancannabis.com. What
Mm-hmm.
else do we have?
We have our Rise Up event, March
Yes.
22nd, and it's for
Nice.
consumers and industry. So, ladies, come out, come out, come out.
It's on
Queer,
Eventbrite.
trans, everybody's welcome. But we are this time in the industry because there's very few of us in the industry. So, it is
Of course.
pushing for minority and women in cannabis currently. But
Yeah.
there are a few LGBTQ, but like I said, it's under 1% in the entire world. And then
Mm.
we have our Rebecca Finn events every third Thursday, and those are free, but they're on the website. We always have events. We are always doing higher retreats and sexual retreat workshops as well. So our IG usually has where we're going to be as well as our website, everything that we do. And our brand launches in New Jersey in 2 weeks, right before Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's what
Congratulations.
I'm
We're so
talking
proud of you
about.
guys.
Congratulations to both of
Thank
Such
you.
y'all.
Thank
inspiration,
you.
though, for real.
Thank you.
I want to be like y'all when I grow up. I still have a way to go. I'm 40,
I think you're doing just fine. Stop
but
getting
I'm
mad.
kind of like around, like in my, like maturity wise, I'm kind of like 26. I'm
Like
just
her.
saying.
She's 5. She's 5.
Sometimes.
Not this morning, but
Oh,
But you
depends
make
on
a
the day.
perfect couple either way. You know what I mean?
Thank
I
you. Thank
definitely
you.
see the love. I definitely see the friendship, and I
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely see the work ethic when it comes to your business. So
you
thank you
do.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank
for
you.
coming on our show. Thank you
Thank
for
Your
you.
videos are
dropping all the
hilarious,
jewels.
yo. Keep it
And,
up. Your
and
content
yes,
is
and
No,
dope.
we
keep up
love you
the good
both.
work.
Yeah.
Anytime you want us
Definitely,
on, we'll be glad to
especially
have you.
you, because you
Yeah.
said that you go up into Senate and talk
I
to these
do.
motherfuckers and let them know what the real is. So yes, let them know
Mm-hmm.
that we are here.
We are
We
here.
need more money, and the money needs to
Yep.
be represented by women. Excuse you. It needs to
Yep.
be
Support the people,
represented
yo.
by women. Let's go.
Absolutely, ladies. And we love what you're doing. And thank you so much for having us, too. We really loved it.
You girls are
Of
amazing.
course.
Beautiful goddesses. Beautiful goddesses.
Of course, and definitely, you know what I'm saying. Now I'm gonna tell you like this because I'm in Brooklyn. I don't drive,
Oh, we're
and you
coming to
already
you. We're gonna come visit.
we already know all about this congestion, this and that, and asking for $9 to go from
Oh
east to
yeah,
west. Bitch, who you talking to?
it's
Oh, you know what I'm
crazy.
saying. So getting to some of your events, it definitely because I don't know too much about Jersey and getting to Tom's River, and if you know if the New Jersey
We're gonna
Transit
have to
go
come
out there,
get
I
you.
don't know about all that. So
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying.
We'll rent a car.
If
We
you
gonna
have
smash.
something on Zoom,
Gonna rent a
definitely hit me up.
car. Okay? We're like,
You know what I'm
She's
saying?
coming. Look, she's gonna come all across the U.S.
Right.
for those
Well,
two,
see,
I would go.
no,
I
well,
would go
see,
for
because
that.
this
Please
one right
do.
here,
We want you over here.
well, the last two times she came to New York, she landed in Jersey. So she
I know.
feel like she know where she going. She
All
feel like,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I took the train by myself. I know what I'm doing. Girl,
I
chill
think
out.
it's Port Authority.
She's like, I'm like, girl, chill out. Jersey is a whole
You
new
can. The
flavor.
train comes
Jersey
out
and New
by
York
our
ain't the
way,
same.
so
Got a
You know
train.
what I
the
mean?
train comes out by our way if you want to come this way.
Oh, it does? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Please, when
well,
it gets
as long as the
sexual.
train come, I could come. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Because we're near
because
Philly.
because I know some of the New Jersey Transit don't really do the same thing New York do. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
they
just
usually
saying.
have lines that are coming all the way
Right.
from different directions. That's the
I gotta.
difference.
You can't. I know you can't just play with them. So I just, I try to stay with the lines that I know.
But
You
you
know what I
know
mean?
what? We'll figure it out though. We'll
We
come
would
up with
love
some
to meet you in
directions so
person.
you can
Yeah.
come out.
We'll meet you.
Even if I gotta pick you up from the train
And
station.
she might pick you up. So
Yeah, I'll
you know,
pick you
pick
up, girl. I got you.
Now see, there you go.
Right now,
See,
I'm
there
thinking
you
of
go.
just
And like the A team said, I love when a plan comes together.
Canada.
You know what I'm saying? You
I
know what I'm
like to
saying? So,
accommodate.
She is
you know
naughty
what I mean?
24/7. We both are. So you just gotta put up
That's
with it.
what's up.
Yep.
Oh
That's
my
what's
God.
up.
God bless you guys. Like the many
Thank you.
bless your marriage. All the
Thank
Thank
goddesses
you.
just poured love into you guys. What you do is so special. It's not in
Word,
vain. We need it. And man, I'm gonna
word,
tell
Indeed.
everybody that I can about what y'all are doing.
Thank you. We appreciate
Appreciate
you
you,
word,
girls. Thank you. You
Thank
ladies
word.
you
are awesome.
for having us.
You know
Keep
what I
up the
mean?
good work. Keep spreading the love. Keep
Oh
spreading
yeah.
the news. Keep smoking it.
Yes.
Definitely. And on that note, motherhood, sex,
Motherhood sex
marijuana in
was
a
a
motherfucking
motherfucking
building
building with
with
just
just
a
a
woman.
woman
Cheers to that, ladies.
cannabis. Yeah.
Cheers
And we
to
gonna make
that.
sure, and girl, we gonna make sure you got the correct addresses to make sure
Yes, make sure
to
we
mail
have it.
Yes,
those out
please.
And
codes.
Ruby, send us your both of you if you want to send us your personal IGs too, and then we'll say hi.
Awesome.
Oh
I will.
yes,
And then
definitely.
you know what? I'd like to offer you guys just something from our merch. We can't really pay you very much, but we'll send you some for the merch line. So we'll exchange addresses.
Yeah,
So we
And
that's
can.
I'll
fine.
send you
That's
some
great.
goodies.
Yeah, we'll
Send you
send you some stuff.
Oh,
Man,
all
I love
right.
free shit.
All
You
right,
know what I'm saying?
ladies. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
We
Thank
Have
got
a
you.
good
you.
night.
Thank you, ladies, for having us.
Bye.
Love
Of
you
course.
guys.
Thank
Love you,
you.
Have a good
Kai.
night.
Love you. Love you
Bye.
both. Love you
Love y'all
all.
too.
And be
All
blessed.
right now.